the side effects and downsides of different innovations. And this is always the problem when you're trying to treat a problem rather than prevent a problem. We see it in medicine all the time. Oh, you've got high cholesterol, now you have to take this medicine for it, but this medicine is going to have a whole bunch of other side effects. Obviously, it's a much better system to prevent having high cholesterol in the first place, so that you don't end up having to have some kind of innovative medicine that inevitably is going to have some other negative ramification. With regard to trash, though, I think it's got to be a two-pronged approach. Yes, we need the spread of this wisdom to prevent more trash from accumulating. Yes, we need people to start carrying their own water bottles, carrying bags with them wherever they go so they don't have to get plastic bags. And these are the sorts of things that we talk about all the time. Yes, we need to be planting trees. Yes, we need to be consuming less. Yes, and yes, and yes to all of that. And yet, we have mountains of trash that currently exist that are not by any natural means going to disappear for any time in the next many, many hundreds of years. And so we have no choice but to turn to innovation. But we turn to innovations that we hope will be the most eco-friendly, the safest. So for example, for a lot of people, incinerating is the best solution to trash. I don't think so. It just gives you air pollution. The technology around mushrooms doesn't worry me. I can't see in anything other than some really kind of fun science fiction horror movie. I couldn't see it turning against us in some way. And I believe it moves slowly enough and happens slowly enough that if it did turn out that there was some kind of unforeseen consequence, that they would be able to stop it in time. But it would make kind of a fun science fiction horror movie of, the mushrooms from the trash dump that kind of ended up, taking over the town. But I think you raise a really important issue, which is so much of our energy is spent on fixing problems once they exist, whereas our ancient wisdom really gives us the teachings of how to prevent it. If we lived according to Ayurveda, we would not need these medicines. If we lived according to spiritual precepts, not Hindu precepts, precepts of all religions. I mean, if you look at the teachings of the mystics, the prophets, the leaders of all of the religions, the real enlightened, beautiful, embodied masters, they're all talking the same thing. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. Like, it's not about what you acquire and earn, it's about what you give. I mean, there's so many beautiful teachings in all of our religions about that. So if we live by these teachings, and if you don't subscribe to organized religion, that's fine. Look at our indigenous wisdom traditions, again, across the world. They're all about living in harmony with the earth, with ourselves, with each other. So absolutely, along with some innovation to get us out of the mess we're in, we absolutely need to be focusing on that wisdom and living that wisdom. I mean, would I prefer that the richest people in the world spent their money fixing Earth than trying to figure out how to live on Mars? Yes, of course. Because, all right, that might be an interesting sounding innovation, but I agree with you. Wouldn't it make so much more sense to go back to what we have and take care of that and protect that and use our wisdom, use our abilities, use our technologies to protect what we have rather than always trying to create something new, bigger, better out there that's going to somehow fix the problem here.